Does The Little Mermaid suck? Now, I'm just going to tell you guys right away, I don't care about any of the woke stuff because you guys already know if you're going to see this movie or not. You don't need me to tell you if you should or shouldn't see it when you've already made your mind up. And quite frankly, I'm tired. I'm just tired of talking about this with every movie that comes out. So you're not going to hear about that in this review. I'm only going to be telling you my opinion based on the movie itself and not the cultural significance of it. But the question still remains, though, does this movie suck? Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic, and I want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video and being here today. I really do appreciate it. I was able to see The Little Mermaid a few days early, and I'm here to tell you if it sucks or not. But let me know, guys, are you guys excited to see a live-action remake of this guy? And yes, this is my original copy that I used to watch back in the 90s with my sister and my family. Are you excited for it? If you have seen the movie, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your opinions. But make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video so you guys know my rating of the film, or also maybe going to a film that might not be right for you. I can't believe I got through that without stuttering. Let's get started. We're on a roll today. Rob Marshall is our director, and he has done another Disney film with mermaids before, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. So he is the perfect director for a movie like this, right? Well, the cast includes Halle Bailey, gotta get that one right, Jonah Hauer-King plays Eric, David Diggs, Awkwafina, Jacob Tremblay, Javier Bardem, and Melissa McCarthy. A really stacked cast. And the story is the same as the Disney original Little Mermaid. Some few changes here and there, but you have a little mermaid who wants to be part of our world, the human world. Of course, her father says no, but she falls in love with a human and hijinks ensue. What are my thoughts on this movie? I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think this is the best Disney live-action movie I've ever seen. No, that's not right. Disney live-action remake, not movie. Trust me, it's not that good. However, the Disney live-action remakes, let's leave that in there, why not? It's an honest mistake. But regardless, Beauty and the Beast, The Jungle Book, and Cinderella. I liked all of those ones as well. Aladdin, Mulan, Lion King, and Pinocchio were absolutely just garbage. Two of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. But I have seen good Disney live-action remakes before, and The Little Mermaid might be my favorite, although I haven't seen those good ones since the theater. Now, I will admit that there are some problems with this movie, and I think that a lot of people will see the same problems and just completely write the movie off because of them. However, I do think this movie has a lot more positives than negatives, but let's get the negatives out of the way first. Number one, the CGI. It's bad. I can't deny it. The CGI is distracting. However, I will be honest, for the first 5 minutes, I'm going, oh my God, I don't know if I can watch a whole movie like this because the characters' faces don't move in proportion with their body. Their hair looks weird. The environments look really good and all the sea creatures look really good, but interacting with the human characters, aka the mermaids, right, it just looks off for the most part. But I'll be honest, after 5 minutes, it really didn't bother me anymore. Now, I don't know if that's me just going, it looks bad, so what? And I didn't really, have an eye out for it. Or it could have been that I was actually really invested in the story and the characters. So, I don't know. I think it's a little bit of both. But yes, the CGI is pretty distracting. Number two, Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. Now, I like Melissa McCarthy a lot, and I actually like her in this movie a lot. But I have the same problem as I did with Will Smith in Aladdin, and that both of these performances feel constrained and reserved because they were done so well in the first place, and they're trying to do imitations and impressions of those characters. So when these actors were actually being themselves and bringing their own unique take to the role, that's when I felt like, this movie was really firing on all cylinders. However, when the characters are just trying to do imitations, it feels like, you're really trying to be something that you're not. Be Fresh Prince in Aladdin and be Melissa McCarthy in this one. When she's doing the voice of the original, I'm going, I know that you're just trying to do a voice, and it really deteriorates from the overall performance, which I thought, for the most part, she did a good job. And when she brought her Melissa McCarthy-isms, that's when the movie was really, really going. And I thought that the performance was really her own. Those moments are few and far between. And I guess complaint 2.5, when we're introduced to her, there's a little bit of a cutaway, and she's just like, wahaha, I'm Ursula. This is who I am, and that's what I want to do, and wahaha, I'm evil. Cut, next scene. And I really don't like, if you guys have seen my videos before, I really don't like when villains or just characters in general just blatantly talk right to the camera. Not necessarily right to the camera, but talking to the audience going, I'm this person, this is what I want, this is what I do, and mwahaha, I'm evil. Feel this way. And it's really just knocking you over the head with it, and audience members will go, oh. You know, I feel like that's when the movie's talking down to people, but I digress. Moving on. Problem number 3, the lyrics change in some of the songs. Now, I don't actually have a problem with that per se, in a vacuum. But my problem with this movie is that it's not always consistent. So, Kiss the Girl. You know, a lot of the songs from the original are here. Okay, not all of them, but most of them. All the big ones, right? So in Kiss the Girl, some of the lines are different to be, you know, more consent-oriented. And I get it, right? But for Under the Sea, they actually don't change the lyrics, but they change the visuals, and now the lyrics don't actually make sense. In Under the Sea, Sebastian talks about all those different sea creatures playing the different instruments, and they show cut, different sea creatures playing different instruments. It's always fun and colorful and over the top. Great. Now you have Sebastian singing about all those instruments, but none of the animals or sea creatures actually play the instruments because we're going for a photorealistic tone. It'd be weird if they just had saxophones underneath the water. So the lyrics don't actually match up with the visuals. Problem number 4, new songs. Now, the new songs for Ariel, I think, are actually pretty good. Eric has a new song. It's okay. You don't really need it in this movie because it felt like it's like, oh, we need Eric to have a song. You didn't really need it. It's not the best song in the world, but it's fine. It's serviceable. You don't have the song with the beginning where all of the sisters are like singing for the father and they introduce Ariel. You know, that's not there anymore. And the chef that tries to kill Sebastian, his song is not in this movie either. He's not in this movie either, unfortunately. But I get it, though. Like, you're telling a new story and you're telling a photorealistic version. It just feels kind of weird to have, like, this over-the-top, like, zany chef that's trying to kill Sebastian. I think it'd be a little bit dark. But I was talking with some friends outside the movie theater before going into this movie, because they were all invited to the screening, too. And they were talking about how Lin-Manuel Miranda had some new songs with Alan Menken for this movie. And I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. You know, this movie's a bit longer. Sure, more songs, great. As long as there's not a rap song. Lin-Manuel Miranda, you just couldn't leave it alone. You just couldn't keep your hands off of it, could you? Oh. Moving on. So, those are my problems with the movie. And yes, that last problem will definitely have people complaining. However, I think for the most part, the positives outweigh the negatives, and I actually really enjoyed this movie. And the reason number 1 for that is Halle Bailey. I think she's the best Disney live-action princess of them all. Not only because she can sing, she has an amazing voice, but she captures that young, adventurous, and curious vibe that the original Ariel had. And she's just so cute and playful. I thought that she was a really good character in this movie, and she actually had a lot of chemistry with, I have it down here, Jonah Hauer-King. I thought he was a very good Eric, and I liked seeing both of them fall in love. They had natural chemistry. I actually really did enjoy them in the movie. King Triton by Javier Bardem, I thought he was really fantastic in the movie too, although I felt like he was a little bit reserved because Javier Bardem can be very, very strong and powerful in terms of, you know, just getting mad. You know what I mean? When King Triton destroys the statue in Ariel's grotto, he can be just really, really intimidating, but I feel like he was pretty reserved in that respect. So, I mean, it's a bit disappointing, but he was really good in the movie also. But the 2 characters that really steal the show, Daveed Diggs as Sebastian and Awkwafina as Scuttle. They had the funniest lines in the entire movie, and I was actually laughing out loud. It wasn't one of those moments where I was just like, ha ha ha, I mean, it's kind of cute, but like, it was funny. I really loved those characters in the movie, and the story felt familiar, but yet different. Fresh, unique. It brought some new themes to it with, you know, the inter-race. Again, I can't escape this, right? Humans and mermaids, they're not supposed to be married. But I also got to give credit to Rob Marshall for the intense scenes. Now, like I said earlier, he did direct a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and it shows. The initial shipwreck, when Ariel saves Eric, and the final battle, the final showdown with Ursula, like, they feel larger than life. They are really, really well shot, and they're executed very well. It's exciting. You actually feel like there's some tension in this. It doesn't feel like, oh, we're just, you know, showing this because it was in the original. Like, it actually did feel like the stakes were pretty high. And I was really emotionally invested in this movie, even though I knew what was going to happen. I knew this story. Of course, this is a Disney live-action remake. I know this story. I've seen it before. But it had, this is the most important thing, I think, it had that Disney magic. You know, seeing the castle and the Disney 100 logo at the beginning, I'm like, I'm going to be watching a Disney movie, not just some corporate product. And yeah, this is a Disney live action remake. It's a corporate product, yada, yada, yada. It did feel like this was an updated new version of the classic tale that we all know and love. And I think there's going to be a lot of people who do really enjoy this movie. People will hate it because it's Disney live action remake. I get it. Trust me. I get it. But I felt like a kid again watching a Disney movie on the big screen. The princess and the prince falling in love, the evil sea monster with magical powers, the songs, the romance, it all worked for me. I don't know how many people will really think the same way. I really don't know, but I gotta be honest, guys, I really liked this movie. It really did capture that magic, for me anyway, of the original. So the question being, does it suck? There's parts of it that do. I gotta be honest. So I can't say that I love this movie, but I think it does have the core elements in it that make it, you know, worthwhile of being like a Disney, I don't want to say great, but a good, solid Disney fairy tale. I'm giving this movie a 4 out of 5. I can't believe I'm saying that. But guys, this movie really won me over. And I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. And I'm just ready for, again, like I said, that conversation's going to be there. But I'm going to be honest, I really dug this movie. And I hope that you guys do too. So those are my thoughts on The Little Mermaid. If you guys like this video and you want to see more videos just like it, then definitely hit like and subscribe. I really do appreciate all the support. And also, if you want to support the channel to a further extent and really join a fun community, then my Patreon link is down in the description box below. We watch a movie every single month. We pick it out. We discuss it. It's a fun watch along. And at these watch alongs, I give you guys free movies. So if that interests you, then definitely hit the link down in the description box down below. I've rambled on long enough. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.